friend Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review. Now this is one that I saw was, coming out a couple weeks ago. I noticed this one was announced, and I was very excited to get this one. And then I realized I actually already have most of this, but I'm still excited to get it because I haven't listened to it in a very long time. Glenn Hughes is one of my favorite singers, and he's probably one of a lot of people's favorite singers because, he's known as the voice of rock for a reason. It's because he sings like insanely well. He's got this bluesy, soulful, multi-octave range. I don't even know how to explain his voice, but it's amazing. He can make anything sound good, I swear. It's strange how I came to discover Glenn Hughes. I bought this album called Phenomena, and I only got it because, I used to buy albums just by looking at the cover. I thought the cover was weird and interesting. It was this weird sci-fi thing, and it had a picture of this girl with her hands up and this weird symbol on it, and I'm like, all right, well, that looks weird and spooky. I have to have it. So got it, and the singing on that album was just amazing. I can't even describe. I just tried to how good it was and what the impact that album had on me. And I listened to that thing so many times. I didn't realize how what the lyrics were about quite when I was that young. Otherwise, maybe it wasn't such a great thing. It was a lot of stuff about the devil and stuff in there. But anyway, it was a weird album, and so anyway, I had to find out everything that Glenn sang on. And one of the very next albums I got was, Seventh Star from Black Sabbath. And I was actually in a band, and I ended up having to sing No Stranger to Love. Not one of my finest moments on stage, because that's a heck of a song to sing too. And so I have a long history of listening to Glenn Hughes and his music, and I've collected his stuff so much. I actually have probably 20 bootlegs of his that I haven't even had a chance to listen to yet. I was actually just looking at them yesterday thinking, holy crap, I still have all these I haven't even had a chance to listen to. So just tons of stuff he's got out there. So anyway, I haven't listened to this album in a very long time. It's like I said, I have most of this. It was actually released previously under a different title, and it was called Sweet Revenge, if I remember correctly. And it was him and Robin George kind of met, because Glenn Hughes used to do a lot of, I really don't know exactly how they met, but I know he used to do a lot of studio session work and stuff, sing background vocals on people's stuff, and that's probably how it happened, although I really don't know for sure. But anyway, he was working on Robin's album, which was going to be a solo album. They started writing some stuff together, and actually 4 of the songs on here are co-writes, and it just ended up being an album that they recorded. Sweet Revenge was actually, I think it was released in 90 or 91. The album was recorded in 89, but I got it long time ago, and I probably haven't listened to that album in years. So listening back, it was almost like listening to it for the first time again. A couple things sounded familiar to me, but there's actually a song on here, track number 4, that features the guys from Trapeze. It's got Dave Holland on it, Mel Galley and Terry Rowley all on that track. But of the songs that I guess I was going to say what my favorites are, but the style of this, it's weird because Robin George I always thought of as kind of a blues guitar player, but this album's got more of it's got an 80s sound to it. I know it was in 89, but it has that early mid-80s sound, that the production style to it. It's got that really tight, almost adult contemporary type feel to it. And I know that sounds weird saying that with Glenn Hughes in the in the mix here. I'm sorry, I've been sick this week, so I'm clearing my throat, and I'm trying to get this out without coughing and hacking all the way, so I apologize for all the little bit there. But anyway, I had to get this one out there because this album is it's a must hear for Glenn Hughes fans. And so the style of music is kind of in that vein, a little bit heavier on the rock blues side, but it does have that 80s. It sounded like they're going for AOR radio with this album, so the production style. So if that gives you an idea what it sounds like. It's funny because this one has a couple extra songs on it, 3 extra songs that the original release didn't have, and they changed the title of it, so now it's called Overcome instead of Sweet Revenge. So whatever. I guess it's a different record company got a hold of the master tapes, and that's what these do. I mean, Cleopatra has been re-releasing all kinds. This is not Cleopatra, but Cleopatra Records is like known for doing that, and there's a couple other labels out there that just they buy up these old masters and then they re-release them under a different title. But I'm glad they did, because this is got extra stuff on it that I haven't heard, that I don't believe, and it was definitely worth the listen. I'm not going through it song by song, but I did want to point out that there's an acoustic song called "Loving You." It's like the second to last song that is like amazing. It's the most underproduced song on the whole album, but it's probably the most heartfelt one on here. And the rest of it's just that it's just got Glenn's amazing singing on it, and Robin's great playing on it, and it's a really, really good album worth picking up if you're a Glenn Hughes fan or a Robin George fan. This is like not going to let either one of you guys down, or unless you feel both, then double the pleasure, I guess. But really good album. It's too bad that these guys, seriously, Glenn Hughes doesn't get the mainstream adulation that he should. I mean, you mentioned his name to just the normal average Joe, like people I know, they kind of know who he is. I was talking to some friends of mine here because Glenn Hughes was just playing one of the concert clubs that my band had just played, and I saw on the wall that he was about to play there, and a couple guys didn't even know who he was, or like, yeah, I've heard of him, I can't think of any of his songs. It's like, holy moly, people, you need to know who Glenn Hughes is. I mean, it still blows my mind that people don't know him or don't know his music. It's just unbelievable. Well, anyway, enough ranting and raving. But so anyway, the reason I always ask to like, share, and subscribe is because that's what gets this music out there and people talking about it, and more people discover it. They really do. And that's why I ask for that. I mean, I don't get anything out of this other than the fun of talking about music and to see, other people talking about it. It's fun for me to talk with people about music. So that's like the main, thing behind this. So anyway, as always, like, share, subscribe, comments, and all that fun stuff. And we'll talk to you on the next one. See ya.